It's the Weather Extreme video. This is the morning edition for Wednesday, September 7th. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather still looking very dry through the weekend ahead. Afternoons will stay hot. When will that first good Canadian front arrive? Let's go in there and check things out this morning. That's the reason for the hot, dry weather. A big old upper high parked across the deep south. The core of that thing a little west of here. Main storm track well to the north. Starting off the day with 60s. Feels pretty good in most spots. Look at Fort Payne at 64. Cullman at 64. Mornings are very comfortable, but the afternoons are pretty hot. We'll be up in the 90s again today. But at least the dew points are down. The humidity not that bad. Flash flood watches over parts of the Southeast U.S. That's moisture from former Hurricane Newton coming up from the south. Also flash flood watches for parts of Wisconsin, Iowa, and some of the adjacent states. Severe weather possibilities. We have 3 risks well to the north of here, but no storms at all expected across Alabama today. All 67 counties should be dry. Same thing tomorrow. We're dry. A couple of marginal risks well to the west and north. And for day 3, which is Friday, marginal risk for cities like Wichita, Kansas City, St. Louis, and Indianapolis. But we are dry. Rain for the next 5 days. How about nothing for much of North Alabama? This is valid through Monday morning of next week. The bigger numbers centered north of the state, on top of the ridge. And off in the tropics, it's pretty quiet. You know, we're coming up on the peak of the season. We ought to be shaking and baking out there. But again, there's just a lot of dry air across the Atlantic basin. We have one wave on the board in the Atlantic. That's that wave that emerged off the African coast yesterday. And the guys actually have a fairly high chance of this developing at 70% over the course of the next 5 days. And it remains to be seen if that will develop at all, if it will recurve, make a run for a landmass. We just don't know that yet. Just something to watch. It is a long way out there. All right, model fans. Here's the GFS, the 06C run, valid today at 1 o'clock local time. 594 ridging all across the deep south. And accordingly, the weather will not change much. Mostly sunny. Both the NAM and the GFS are at 94 today. Most of you will see mid-90s. But again, the dew points will mix down to about 60 during the peak of the heat, so at least the humidity won't be too bad. Same thing tomorrow. Same thing Friday. Highs up in the 90s. The sky mostly sunny. No rain issues for high school football games Friday night. And again, once the sun goes down, it feels pretty good. Saturday starting off the weekend. Same old routine, a dry day with a high, I'd say, at or just over 90. Alabama plays a home game at 2:30. Auburn plays an evening game at Jordan-Hare. It obviously will be more comfortable at the evening game, but no rain for either venue. Now, Sunday, a weak surface front pushes in here. And we will mention a small chance of a shower. Nothing beyond that, though. The categorical probability is about 10% of any one spot getting rain with that because of no upper support and the lack of moisture. And then Monday, the air should be a little drier. We might make a run down there towards 60 Monday morning. Maybe upper 50s for the cooler pockets. But Monday would be a dry day. Upper 80s, and Tuesday we're dry. And here's a week from today, Wednesday the 14th, and it's the same thing, the ridge that just doesn't go away. It will late this month inevitably, but for now it's not. And again, that looks dry. I know everybody needs some rain, but we just don't see much of an opportunity for at least the next 7 days. What about the next 10 days? Here's the end of the forecast period. This is Friday of next week, the 16th, and we've still got the ridge in place, and that still looks dry. So at this point, it looks dry for 10 days, and no sign of any really big cool air shots. Again, that probably comes late this month. Numbers creeping down a little bit later this month with 80s, upper 60s, and low 70s. But again, if you're looking for that good first Canadian front, we don't see it for at least the next 10 to 15 days. That's it for the Weather Extreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.